start us off.
Shoot us in.
Welcome, gamers and gamettes, to the Kiwi And Vegemite Sandwich Podcast. The only podcast where you have to figure out which part of the Vegemite and which part is sandwich. Hold onto your bell buckles and clench your butts for your host, Frank. Someone else? Come on.
Tom.
Zach.
All said out of order. Great. Love that. How are we today, boys? I just slapped my desk.
I'm doing quite well.
Brilliant. Starting off strong today. Got some energy.
Yes, I believe so.
Bit of a
Fellas,
comeback. It's been nearly a month.
Yeah.
We've been on hiatus.
We need a punch.
Yeah.
Creative break.
We're coming back with a bang, you know.
Season 3. Here it is.
Oh no, it's season 3.
Yep.
We've all been busy with various things. That's
yes.
what I reckon to say.
There and due to some unfortunate complications, this may or may not be not the first version of episode 16 that has been attempted to be recorded.
Shush.
There may or may not be a lost episode, you know?
Yep, you
It's
know,
all
if you want to hear some terrible audio quality, but a fantastic banger of an episode,
Zach,
Let us know.
you know,
Zach, it's okay. No, we'll just
Don't tell
post
them.
like
Don't tell them.
we'll
They're not
just
allowed to
post-
know. They're not allowed to know.
It'll be like an anthology video. We'll just post everything that was started and not ended.
yeah, and we'll just call it the
we'll follow up.
extended cut or something.
Yeah.
We'll get
there
there.
we
We'll call it the lost tapes.
go. Shush, don't.
Now, boys, for one of the reasons we were away for so long is Tears of the Kingdom dropped. Isn't that right?
That is so
Did.
true.
Tochka came out.
Tochka?
And what
Well,
a fantastic
some was
game.
more occupied than others. That's what I like to say.
Yes,
Zach,
yes.
particularly.
Yeah, I have already finished. I finished the game like a week ago. I went crazy with
And
that
here I
game.
am, still getting through it. You know,
Yeah,
I got it a few days after, but still there in there. You know.
yeah. Got a lot of fun aspects in that silly little open world game.
It is phenomenal. If for those who haven't played it, if you love the first game, you like the second game.
Yep, that's what
That's
they
what
say.
all the
Yeah.
game journals say. That's why it deserves a 6 out of 10.
Dude, it's got like people. It's got like characters in it. It's like, whoa, you telling me it's got that character in it? It's like, whoa, that's crazy.
Oh, they put a character in? What the fuck?
Whoa, you telling me you put a video game character in my video game? And I'm like, chick, please.
What do you mean they made Ganon moist? What the fuck?
Oh my god, dehydrated and moisturized Ganon. That's what I'm talking about.
Moisturized his skin.
It's me, Ganon. I gotta go to the sauna for a sec while you try and complete the game, and hopefully rehydrate by the time it's our final battle. So I'm just gonna dip real quick. Catch you later.
See ya. Boys, were we going in with no spoilers, or
I figure
Just thought
no
of it,
spoilers. I think no spoilers would be kind to the
spoilers?
people who have
Yeah.
not revealed
Just
any of it to themselves.
keep it around the story, but mechanics are fine? So
Yeah.
Zono devices, like all that, should be fine, eh?
Yeah, because I feel like that stuff is shown like
Parts of the world.
that stuff went like viral on Twitter. So
Yeah, exactly. Like seeing all the dumb machines and whatnot. People,
yeah, like
yeah. Love that. So, what do we think of that? Actually, like, what do we think of the Zono devices? It's good fun. It's like a G model. Almost.
yeah, they're great, and then they some not all pieces were created equal. I feel that the rocket is kind of nutty.
It is absolutely nutters.
It's
Like,
so overpowered.
it is crazy. And then you get the
Bro.
fucking wings. They're terrible
yeah.
because they
Yeah,
just
'cause they-
disintegrate after a
Yeah.
time in the air because you're not allowed to fly it too long.
No.
I've not played Tears of the Kingdom, but
Oh,
I did watch
yeah, we
Frank
better
play it.
preface that.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I watched Frank play it, and watched him lose a gliding device that he created.
It is
Lose it
painful,
because it
very painful.
disintegrated, or lose it because like you just like misplaced?
It got away from me.
It got away from me.
I see.
I mean, I didn't struggle with the start, like how you have to balance it by where you walk on it. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
struggle with that, but yeah, if you fuck it up, it really fucks up. It's like
Yeah,
stalling
yeah.
a plane almost. Yeah.
It just like starts falling and then it like tilts way too far and you just like can't get back on it to
Yeah,
maneuver
and
it
it's
to
just
level it out.
spinning out like crazy, and
Yeah.
you're falling off and whatnot.
It's kind of
What if-
ridiculous that it
Yeah.
like evaporates when you could just like make like a air bike out of like two fans and a steering stick, and it's like
Well-
that could take you way higher and further as
exactly.
long as you have the battery life for it.
It's crazy because then you got all like the workarounds with the fan bikes because they're like the most
Yeah.
popular transport option
Yeah.
given. Just two fans and a control stick. And It's
Yeah.
like, whoa,
I could go anywhere.
Yeah, because it's like the gliders I think are more suited for like early game traversal, and it's like when you don't have a lot of batteries, it's like you can put like two fans on it to get you a little
Yeah.
bit of the ways, and then glide to get maybe a bit further. But once you start having enough battery to like afford like two fans for a long time,
Yeah.
that's when you start just like attaching them to steering sticks and flying fans
yeah,
all over the place.
you can tell where they balance those fans because they just chew up what battery you have. They're
Yeah.
crazy expensive to use. So yeah, it's good once you get the battery power, but it's like fucked.
Well, Frank,
Yeah.
I have some good news that I will not spoil, but there is a way for it to cost less energy. But I'll save that
Is
for off the podcast.
I know what it is. If you're talking about it, I know what it is. So
Okay, well, we'll confirm that after
We'll confirm
the podcast to
not to spoil anyone.
But yeah, Tis the Kingdom is great. I loved all the big the giant ass enemies that you have to face.
For what we can say, I enjoyed the story. Like,
Yeah,
so far.
yeah, the story. Because
For me.
like in Breath of the Wild, like all of the cool shit is like in the past, but like in Tis of the Kingdom, not all the cool shit is in the past this time.
Not to say there isn't.
Not to say that there isn't cool shit in the past. Yeah.
Trying to think what else on that topic.
Yeah, I mean, they added such like cool like giant enemies, you know.
Oh yes, like all the new variants and like
Yeah,
new enemies, new variants.
yeah,
Like monster bases, like because
Yeah.
you got the. I'm pretty sure that's been shown. The Talus,
yeah.
like,
The battle towers.
forts with all the bokoblins on those is
Yeah.
like really cool.
And the Gleoks were in the trailer as well.
Yeah, the
They're,
Gleoks.
like massive, like fucking three-headed
Crazy.
dragon.
That's a retro enemy.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
It's a good comeback.
Yeah.
And the likes. They made
Oh
a
yeah, the
comeback too.
Light yeah. Disgusting
hate
little bastards.
I hate them.
The wall mouse.
Yep,
They look like
That was
Half-Life barnacles.
they're heinous little creatures, and they deserve what's coming to them.
But
I
they
quite
always
enjoy
drop a
that.
nice chest.
Yeah, they're all little fucking little dungeon creeps.
that does make me happy that like Gleoks are in there.
Yeah.
Because I think it really did like. Because wasn't like after the first one they kind of just stopped being in Zelda games.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
First
I don't
show.
know enough about Zelda games. I know like a little bit about.
I played
other Zelda
a few,
games.
but I couldn't have enough experience to say whether I were familiar with it.
Yeah,
That makes
Although
sense.
I do think it is cool though to finally like see that enemy in 3D form.
Yeah,
and, like,
I think
use
that's
it,
pretty sick.
Done very faithfully too.
Yeah.
and they're terrifyingly strong. Holy.
They're a
It's-
good challenge. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Have you killed one, Frank?
No, I haven't yet. I just
Neither
know.
have I.
I know they're challenging. See people
Yeah.
trying to do it. One of my favorite things is the new maps as well.
Oh yeah.
So complete remix of the base Breath of the Wild map. Love that. The new Sky Islands, not as comprehensive as the mainland, but I love the addition. And then the real meat and potatoes, the depths.
Yeah,
Fucking
holy
sick.
bro.
Like a whole mainland size map underneath the map.
Yeah, it's like
Crazy.
it's like having 2.5 Hyrules.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane.
It's so nice.
It's just pitch black. You gotta like light your whole way through. It's crazy.
Wait, Zach,
Yeah.
what did you describe it as?
2.5 Hyrules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I really thought like, as soon as I like said it again, I really thought you were gonna try and make a 2.5 men joke, and I was like,
Oh, that's definitely what I was doing. I did.
Yeah.
It's done.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
great. Yeah.
Yeah, just, like
Tom needs to get it. Tom needs to get this game.
Tom does need to get the game. It's so true.
We're gonna keep saying that. Until he
You know what
doesn't.
game I'd rather get, actually?
What?
The new We Love Katamari reroll plus Royal
Actually, that's
Livery
true.
that like came out. Was it 2 days ago?
Oh damn!
Yesterday?
I didn't realize it came out already.
Yo, Little Big Planet, but the ball is 3D.
Dude. Fuck
Damn,
you.
bro, seriously?
Dude, I love playing Get Bigger game. My favorite game. I love Agario and Slitherio and Katamari. I love being able to get
Yeah, but
bigger.
Katamari did it first.
No, I'm not. I'm not dissing Katamari. I'm
Bro,
saying
you're putting it in the
I'm
same
saying
league
I'm
as
enjoying the
Slitherio.
genre of get bigger and eat smaller thing because now I'm bigger than smaller thing.
I see where this is going.
Yum yum. Yum yum.
Tom, you've got the most nuts impression of that character. It's actually
do.
wild.
We're talking about Tasty Planet, by the way. That's
Yeah.
not clear.
Oh yeah, there's a great
Favorite
little game called
Grey
Tasty
Goose
Planet.
scenario.
If you know what Agario is, it's like that, except instead of eating players, you eat like little candies, and then you start eating like dinosaurs and shit.
We should just make like a gameplay video.
Oh, truly?
True.
Yeah. Solid
Up for
content
it.
right there.
Like this video. And even if you don't, we'll still probably make
We'll make it anyway. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't control us. We control our own destiny.
Nerd.
You get
With
what
a-
you pay for 'em, you don't pay nothing, so you get what you give.
Yeah, exactly.
We're the architects of our own damn destiny.
I thought you were gonna make a Matrix reference.
I am
No,
the
Tom.
architect.
I haven't seen the Matrix recently enough to make a Matrix joke or reference.
Yeah, I feel
Well, I
that.
haven't either, but I just kind of remember it.
I don't.
There was
I
that
watched
one
it. I watched it a
character.
while ago.
In the third one. Was the third one? I don't remember.
Wait, who are you talking about?
The
The
architect.
Matrix.
Yes,
yeah.
that's the. I think it's either the second or the third one because they get into like the meat and potatoes of the
They're like,
Matrix.
this wasn't the first one.
Oh yeah, because it's like, oh, other people have broken out of the Matrix.
It's all part of the plan. You're supposed to break out, dummy.
I don't know why I put my like Bane voice on. But
Actually, it was.
you're meant to break out of the Matrix, Batman.
My favorite Tom Hardy, bro.
All right, we're getting off topic.
We're getting a little
So-
sidetracked. Frank,
Well,
segue
our
us.
next
fluidly.
thing we're going to talk about,
Give us a Simeon Sieg.
some more fun future content we're planning.
On
So,
the subject of future things.
yeah, future things. So, we're thinking of, or in the planning of, starting a D&D game.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Well, we're not thinking of. It's already
yay.
pretty much.
I'll be
Right.
DMing.
Yeah.
These two boys will be playing some characters. We may or may not record. I think we're planning on recording at this point. Are we?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if we're bringing it up about the thing, I mean, we might as
It'll
well.
be
record.
podcasts offshoot.
Yep.
Won't be. We were not including in the same upload, are we? Or
Including what are you
we
talking
haven't
about?
figured that out yet. How we're uploading? Like, it's not part of the podcast, but are we putting?
Oh
it
yeah,
on
no, it'll be.
podcast sites or?
We're putting. I'd say we just make a separate like series.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
just getting the nitty gritty right now for you guys because we hadn't really talked too much about it. Besides, we're planning it. Zach has a character. That was fun to
I
make.
don't.
That was great. It was really fun, and
Tom can make a character
it was so
wherever he
good.
wants.
And
He's done it
yeah,
before.
and Tom's here too.
Hey, Tom. How you doing? Weenie.
Yeah,
Hi,
no,
Tom.
I'm getting. I got no excuse. I've been sleeping, man.
Wake up! Wake up!
Sleepy Joe, wake up!
You've been sleeping all your life. Wake up! Sorry, I'm giving him bad peaks.
I can't wait to hear those later. Yeah,
Yay!
That was one too.
Hey, should we? Tom, do you know the class of your character? Should we reveal what class?
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna
We
be and
should.
Nothing else.
We should discuss this right now on the spot. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, good. That'll set my character in stone. I was gonna do a bard rogue, 2 levels bard, 1 level rogue.
Yes, he's following through. Perfect.
I'm following through.
Yes!
Oh, shit, my pants.
He said it. Now he's doing
followed
it. Yeah!
How exciting!
I love this. It's great.
Zach, tell us about your character that I definitely haven't heard of.
I'm gonna be this quirked up. Well, not actually.
Quirked
I'm gonna be this.
He's
very,
not quirked up at
He's
all.
he's quite the opposite of quirked up actually. He's a little paladin man.
A little paladin.
A little
I've heard someone
paladin.
call it that
A little
once,
paladin.
and I couldn't stop laughing.
A little Pilates.
Paladin.
A little
Paladin.
paladin.
I was like,
Paladin.
dude, you've been saying it wrong, and I hate to break it to you.
Paladin and the King of Thieves. will be.
Platinum. About a carpet of platinum.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
Capillary.
Capillary. Yeah, but that's how it's said.
It's stupid though.
It's not stupid. It's how it's said.
You're in the UK.
Anyway, Zach's D&D character. Let's go. Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a name? What kind of paladin?
He does it. He's a paladin. He's a little bit of a what was it? Oath of devotion.
Oath of Order.
Of order. Yes, correct. My bad.
Order.
Yeah.
He decided to be the goody two shoes paladin.
I'm Mr. Serious. I'm Mr.
He's
No
serious.
Nonsense.
He's the straight man.
Yeah.
He's-
And then Tom, of course, is gonna be a fucking crazy little guy. He's gonna be the quirked up guy.
What
Wait.
race were you going, Tom?
I actually haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't settle that. Yeah, we did settle class though. I
Don't
remember that.
worry.
We settled
Tomorrow
everything
we'll release an
except for-
episode called Thomas creating his character for Dungeons and Dragons, where he creates his character in front of a live
Imagine if
studio
you both
audience.
had short characters, because Zach is a dwarf.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't it be better to do like a Mario Brothers thing?
Yeah, you'll be my
Oh yeah,
audience,
yeah. You're gonna be tall
Yeah.
as fuck.
You gotta be a lanky bastard.
He's gonna
Yeah,
be.
you're gonna be like a
half
fucking
elf
elf or
or
some
something.
shit. Yeah.
a high elf, so he's even taller.
Oh yeah, we
Bro, how-
forgot to
that'd
roll
be-
for dick
that'd-
size.
Yeah, of course. Dude, that'd be so swag if you were just like this, like, rogue, like, high elf, and you were, like, acting all proper, and then you just, like, stole the silverware from the royals type shit.
I'm guessing that's a thing someone's done, probably.
I just feel like, you know, like, if, like, the vibe of being a rogue, but also being a high elf is, like, the kind of person that, like, acts like
I believe it's
part of high society and
distinguished
steals the silverware.
rogue.
Yes.
You know?
He's just
Yes,
a
believe that's the
exactly.
term.
thief. Is it just the spy from Team Fortress 2?
Literally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually,
Pretty much,
just
yeah.
spy TF2. You got disguise kid and everything.
Yep.
Oh my
Now
god.
you just have to put on a
It really
French
is.
accent for the entire time we
Fuck
do it.
that.
I think this is gonna be great. I love
excited.
it. I am very excited. I've been working on the world and everything. I'm really pumped up to get
He's been
this
working
underway.
on the railroad.
Yeah.
What was that?
He's been working on the railroad.
He's been working on the railroad. Oh.
Oh,
I can say this actually. If I say it on the podcast, then it'll put me it'll put me in a position where I have to deliver. Next week I'll have a character made.
Deadline. We will
Goodness
have
gracious.
a deadline. We're gonna make fucking sure of this. He's gonna have a character. Come on.
I'm gonna have a character.
Needs to be done
Needs to be
eventually. It gives me a deadline too, because then I have to actually get shit together.
You have to have an entire ass
What do you
world
mean
created.
you have to write a campaign? What the fuck?
What do you mean I have to like have something actually happen in this world?
Why can't you just pull it out of your ass? It's easy.
Yeah, just be
You
like,
guys
hey,
just do whatever you want, okay? I'll be there.
just be like, hey, does this mushroom look funny to you? And then it explodes, and everyone's like, an entire town is
Party
hallucinating,
dies.
and you have to stop. You have to deal with it.
Rock falls. Party does.
Yeah.
So,
And now
Yeah.
we're all
DM wins.
ghosts.
I win the game.
Yeah,
I win.
that's how it works. It's
win.
all about. We have to win against the DM.
versus the player.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just hate the DM in real life, and so I try to make his job as miserable as possible by just being completely out of character all the time. Just being like,
Just make the character
so
unbearable.
Thomas's character knows this knowledge, but me at the table, I know that knowledge too because I actually heard you telling it to Thomas. So I'm just gonna act like my character knows that knowledge. Actually,
Metagaming.
I'm just gonna.
Metagaming.
I want to
Yes.
roll to know everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll, and if I get a nat 20, you have to like give me all of your like
Money and for your car.
yeah.
I roll
Yeah,
D20, I get natural 20, I get to become DM.
If I roll a natural 20, you have to give me all of your like fucking Google Docs on the world building.
I don't have Google Docs.
He uses
Or-
OneDrive.
I use OneNote.
I was
and
just trying to think of
Fantasia Archive.
yeah, I was just trying to think of some way of recording information that I could steal.
I need to steal it.
If I roll a nat 20 right now, Thomas, you have to kiss me on the lips.
But I can't kiss you on the lip.
That was a win. Well,
Well,
you got
no lip kissing today.
This time.
Gotta wait this time.
Speaking of rolling dice, hey Frank, how's that segue coming along?
How's that segue come on?
It's
Oh, I
wrong.
don't know, mate. I don't ride segways.
Ah,
Nah, just on the topic of D&D, was there any other tabletop board games / that we're interested in? Anything?
there sure, you know what, Frank? Now that you mention it, there sure is. Anyone
Candyland.
heard of Betrayal at House on the Hill?
No.
No.
This is
Candyland.
devastating. This is a devastating loss for the community.
Candyland.
Shut the hell your
Not
mouth.
Candyland.
Candyland.
Candyland is...
No.
Candyland or Dreidel, take your pick.
Dude, I love
really is the
I
game
love
pick, isn't
board
it?
games. I love playing Monopoly and Cluedo.
Basic.
Fucking basic ass. People who say they sorry, don't mean to gatekeep or anything, but if you say you like board games and you only like Monopoly and Cluedo, fucking basic board games, it's like
Just saying there's better games.
there's better games.
Not that I'm gatekeeping games. I'm just saying there's
Right.
better games than those two.
They're classics, though, man.
They are classic. I won't deny that.
classically
Better,
evil.
better newer games.
Bruh, if you don't end a game of Monopoly strangling the other
Actually,
players, you haven't
Can
played
we
a
talk
good
about
game
the
of
problem
Monopoly.
with fucking party games? I just really
Oh,
don't.
What do you
like
What do you mean
them.
party games? What are you talking about?
Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, that
Know
yeah, that
Your
sucks.
Meme. Like all those
That-
that kind of garbage. I just
Yeah, those
dislike it so much.
Those are for like middle-aged like mothers who are
Oh,
like,
12-year-olds.
let's get a little
And-
saucy
I
tonight
will
by
admit,
playing a
I
little
will
Cards
admit,
Against
I
Humanity.
own like Cards Against Humanity, the Australia pack with like 2 expansions and with those weird tiny packs. Like it's a good blast when you get it. You play it a number of times. Yeah, it's still funny. It's a good laugh, but I think you just get sick of it after a while. I don't know
You
what
know,
it is.
Yeah,
You can only
Just-
laugh at haha cum so many times. I think.
You can only
Yeah.
laugh at Daniel Radcliffe's delicious bumhole how many times or whatever.
Yeah, no,
Is that the card? I don't know what it is, but
Yeah. No,
Get what I mean.
You can only laugh because ooh, it's naughty so many times.
Yeah, it's like,
okay, what the fuck is this?
who went to the function without their driver's license? And it's like, the Holocaust. Ha 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 ha.
they didn't have a driverless. What
No,
that's
no,
crazy.
the Holocaust didn't have a
Who
driver's
did
license.
that?
It's a car. That's crazy.
I just yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that-
not, and there's
And
a whole
also,
market
yeah.
for it, and I don't get it.
It's like,
I don't
nah,
understand
that
it.
ain't for
And they're all
me.
come in the same box. I don't know if you noticed that. They're all like in that same small box, and they all have the Cards Against Humanity card format. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Dude,
just-
you know, it those it just annoys me.
Yeah, I've
Because
got
the thing
a
is
whole myriad of board games that you could be playing instead.
They put it on the box. It's like, oh, 18 plus is naughty. But then, like what you were saying earlier, it's like the middle-aged mothers or 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
No in between.
Like the only demographic for it.
Well, Frank,
I've looked at my
you didn't
friends
know the
enough.
board game that I was talking about, so I
Oh
want to
yeah,
see
go on
what.
about that one.
Okay, I will go on about that, and then I want to hear what board games you have that are outside of the norm, and I want to see if I have heard of them.
Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, Betrayal at House on the Hill was great because it's basically the board is procedurally generated every time because it's based off of rune tiles,
Oh yeah,
and
I know
so
a number of games like that.
yeah, so you start with the foyer tile, an attic tile, and a basement tile, and then it's just every time you explore one of those rooms, it's just a tile associated with that room. And then each room will have an event or an item or an omen. And if you draw an omen card, you have to make a roll. And if you roll, I believe it's less than the amount of omens that have been pulled, then the haunt begins. And then there's a book that tells you who the betrayer becomes. And then whoever's the betrayer turns into either a monster or helps a monster or the house starts flooding or some shit. There's 81 different scenarios, and basically the monster goes off into a separate room and reads all their win conditions and rules and extra powers and shit, and then all the rest of the survivors read their win conditions and shit, and it's really fun and really cool.
It's like Among Us.
Yeah, except the imposter doesn't know they're imposter until the second act of the game. But yeah, so that's great. And also, One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a banger social deduction game.
I do like Ultimate Werewolf. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's
One
basically
Night
it's basically
haven't done,
Mafia. It's like Mafia but retextured to be werewolves.
I feel like Werewolf was always better,
Yeah,
Oh,
though. It's more
can you just-
flavorful.
Can you pronounce the L in werewolf,
werewolf.
Frank?
Oh,
Werewolf.
Frank.
Because I just this Frank says werewolf.
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 But yeah, Frank, what was the board game that you were thinking of?
Well, I have a number.
Mhm.
Fuck off Snapchat. yeah,
It's
we're
not a
keeping that
board
in.
game.
That's not I hate that game. One
Yeah,
of
what's one of your
my-
favorites?
Ooh, hard to say. There's a number of good ones. What's a recent one I've been playing that I quite enjoy? Sorry, I play too many different ones too often, and I'm like,
Fair enough.
Oh, but they're all fun. I do enjoy a good time with those.
Just
Um,
pick a game.
not sure if you played Wingspan. That's a good one.
Oh, is that the one about birds and shit?
Yeah, it's about birds. So
And then you you go because I can't fully remember.
you basically could get a board where there's lanes of get food, lay eggs, get birds.
Mhm.
So you can play a bird, do one of those options,
Mhm.
or yeah.
Yeah, I remember because when I was in my like second to last year of high school, I went to the church in my local place did like a board game thing every Friday, and I went to that, and Wingspan was one of the games we played there once.
It's really
Uh,
good. I enjoy
and
it.
it's really good, but like
I love what
it
I
was
love
like one of
about
the
it.
it was one of the old ones I played, so I don't
I
remember
love how
very well.
biographical it is. Like
Mm,
each bird, unique bird card, because it's all unique birds.
yeah.
It tells you region of where they can be found, like a fact about the bird, their wingspan, like the actual bird's average wingspan, and like,
Hmm.
and then they have like all special abilities and whatnot, and like
Uh-huh.
type of nests they make.
Yeah.
Um, what was it? How many eggs they can lay in that nest, the
Yeah.
name of them, the species and genus of the bird. Like they just cram
yeah,
full of
they
these
gave me
like little
everything.
fun facts and like all the info.
Yeah.
And I love that about that. It was great.
Yeah.
They had an Oceania expansion. So they got like kiwis and stuff. They got
Oh
all
my God,
Australian
oh my
birds.
God,
They got
yo.
even more New Zealand birds. Like that's great. Oh, I love it. It's
more
such a
New
great game.
I
I
just
think
remember
it adds a new mechanic like nectar, so you can use it to replace
Nectar.
regular food. Some birds that only take nectar. I think it's like because we have birds in Australia that only eat nectar from like Banksias and stuff, and it's like really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that is pretty
I
cool.
quite enjoy Wingspan.
Yeah.
It's a fun game about
Uh, I,
birds, and you
I
learn
just
something.
I just remembered this banger like social deduction one, but I can't remember the name of it. But essentially there's like all of these cards with like really cool art on them, but
Hmm.
they're like really weird. It's really like cool and weird art. And what happens is that everyone gets a notepad with the same word on it except one person who doesn't. And then you go around in a circle playing a card that you can like in your mind justify why you played that card for the word. Um, but the person who doesn't get the word has to just like place down a card that they think can justify the word, and
Really?
then yeah, and then uh, what happens is so the first person like you go around the circle again with each person justifying why they played their card, and then everyone has to like vote on who they think didn't get the word on their like little notepad, and then you just keep doing a bunch of rounds of that,
Oh yeah.
and like the pictures are always like one of them like the word could be like love, and then you could play like this fucking one with like a the nutcracker on it and like in a snow globe and be like this represents love because or like you wouldn't use the words so that the person didn't know what the word was, but you'd be like I played this card because of the warm embrace that the nutcracker is doing with the ballerina, and then you just like go around and stuff, and sometimes like even if you did have it like the word on your notepad, you could just like not have a good card in your hand to represent that, so you'd have to like
Mm.
do a lot of explaining anyway, which would make you
Okay.
seem like a target kind of thing.
Right.
It was a really cool, interesting game, but I can't remember the name of it. But it was really fun.
Yeah. Let us know if you do think of it.
Yeah.
Probably not specific games, but one good genre I enjoy, and I do have a few games I'll probably list. It's
Mhm.
like pen and paper sort of ones. So
Mhm.
it's like you are given like cards and or roll dice, but the whole table gets to use them,
Mhm.
and then you apply it to like the game sheet in a way.
Mhm.
So everyone can have everything can come up the same, but everyone has different like approaches. Like I love those sorts of games.
Sure.
One of my favorites, Railroad Inc. If you ever heard of it.
I have
Um,
not.
So you roll dice, you get roads and rail tracks, like
Mm-hmm.
random chance of on each dice, and then you can write it anywhere on the board because there's like how many? There's like 12 exits on the edge of the board, and you can just put it in each part of the grid,
Mm-hmm.
and then aim of the game is just have like long connected tracks, and then how many tracks are connected to each exit of the board and whatnot. But everyone has to use the dice rolled, so everyone gets the same dice, but depending how you use it is how you win,
Yeah.
essentially.
I get
And
that.
there was another one, Welcome Home. Oh no, sorry, not Welcome Home. Welcome to. You're basically building streets of houses, so you get 3 streets with different like amount of houses you can place. But you draw 3 cards, and then each card will have a house number and a power, and so you have to use that to place it. But there's like, depending on what you put at each end of the street, there's a maximum and minimum number. In between each, you can't put beyond the maximum number, so you have to do it in sequential.
I see,
makes sense?
I see.
Yeah, so it's a similar thing. You get given all the same stuff, but the way you approach it is how you win. So
Yeah.
I love that sort of shit. It's great.
Based off of you saying like dice and everyone has to use it, did either of you ever play Greedy Pig in school?
No.
No, can't say I have.
It might have been called something different for you guys, but what it essentially was just like everyone stays standing for like an amount of like everyone starts like standing with like a piece of paper in front of them, and like it has like it's kind of like sectioned into like different squares, and there's like the teacher in front would like roll dice, and it's like if a certain number was rolled, like everyone who was like still standing up like went bankrupt essentially, and it was like anytime that number wasn't rolled, you added to like your score for that round, and so it's like it's all the reason it's called Greedy Pig is like, do you stay up one extra round and try and get more points, or do you not
Yeah.
risk it and sit back down and keep like bank what you have? Because then like
You know what that makes me think of?
what?
Yeah, I know. Can't stop. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So it's like a lane for each number you can roll on 3 dice, I believe. So it's 3 dice, and then you have to take 2 of the dice, add them, and then that's the lane you can go into, and it gives
Sure.
you as like a even distribution of chance. So yeah, with that you can keep rolling what you get, but you only get to choose 3 of the lanes max, which is like a choice of total. And yeah, basically you can get greedy with it. You can keep going on chance to see if you can go higher, but as soon as you roll numbers you can't use, you lose all your progress.
I see.
Yeah, so can't stop. Yeah, because you want to keep going.
Sure. So what happens if you like stop going?
You can stop and say, yeah, that's how far I'm going, and you get to keep it. But yeah, if you can't roll any of the numbers you've chosen, you lose all your progress
I
that
see.
round.
I see. I see.
So yeah, bit of a fun one, that one. Nice and quick game.
Tom, you got any board games? Going?
Nothing really, no.
Not even a little Yahtzee, Tom?
Oh, sure, we play Yahtzee, yeah, but that's not really like... Not these
A
fucking
board
Kickstarter-ass board games. that I was talking about.
How dare you?
You like Star Flux, didn't you?
Yeah, we have played Star Flux, yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
What was that, Tom? Tom explained that.
Oh, shit. So it's
Do
like...
you remember?
I do. It's this
Oh,
like,
good.
space-themed card game.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, I believe, correct me, but there's like, you've got like items.
Yeah.
counters,
Yep.
rules, and then win conditions.
Mm.
And so items are just things you collect, and some of them have uses, some of them don't.
Yeah.
Counters are used to counter stuff that happens.
Sure.
Like rule
Yep.
changes,
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. Rules are used to like update the game. Be like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have this many
Yeah, you can
cards, and you got to
change the
throw in
rules
this
as you
many.
go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then end goals are if you have certain items, then you win.
Sure.
It's fun.
But yeah,
So-
it's really fun, but it can be very destroying as well because everyone has the power to change rules
Yeah.
and everyone can change the win condition. So,
Wild.
like, you could have the winning hand and you're about to play it, but someone changes that win condition and wins the game. So it can be a bit crushing sometimes.
Can you like change the win condition and win on the same round? On your same turn?
Yeah.
Damn, that's nuts.
Yeah,
It's-
it's pretty crazy like that.
Imagine just having like win condition, have no more like items or something, and then you play it and then you win.
I don't know if there's a card like that, but yeah, essentially
Oh,
that kind of
shit.
thinking.
There's also I forgot what they're called, but it's like predators or whatever. Not
Oh,
predators,
the
parasites.
Parasites, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they get latched onto a card, and sometimes they are needed for a win condition as well.
Wild.
But yeah, good game.
It's
But-
pretty good. It's very well like made and balanced. But my only issue with it is that it like a lot of the games, at least the ones that Frank and I have played, they usually end in like rug pulls.
Yeah,
So-
it's very chaotic in that regard.
Win condition. Person who plays this card wins.
Literally.
Yeah, just about because it's
Yeah.
you're
Almost
going-
like that.
You're trucking along, and then it's like, oh, it's over. Okay, well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it can be like that. That's just the only problem with the game. It just kind of like, whoop,
there's no like. there's
I'm
no
winning
bell
now.
curve. Yeah, there's no.
It's either
bell-
you're winning or you won. It's just that kind of game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no like bell curve of progression where it's like starts slow and then picks up and then it ends slow. It's like it can end in the middle where like stuff's really happening. It's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, it's over. You
know what
might
is
have
a
been
good-
building something and whatnot, and then it's like, nah.
You know, it's a good game
What?
that it's kind of still mainstream but not really. Is Risk? That's pretty.
Oh, I do.
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
Risk. Yes.
I've never played that physically. I've only ever played that digital.
I used to play it wildly on like my iPad back in the day. Like, just go fucking crazy with Risk.
Mm.
It was. Is it Blitz?
I used
Risk
to hate it.
Blitz?
Used to hate it when I was younger because it required like strategy and shit. And
Yeah.
then you have that like that one person that like knows what they're doing and they just fucking stomp and it's like wow.
That was so fun, slowly getting less and less
Yeah.
troops to put on the board.
Yeah, slowly being drained of fucking everything to the point where it's like why am I bothered?
Why bother?
Well,
Other than that, fun game.
you know, friends and family, we've had a great little goof and gaff, but we have also been running for over 40 minutes.
Done pretty well,
40
I reckon.
about
I'd say we've
5
done pretty
minutes.
damn good.
Yeah. think
Shall
we
we
did
call it
pretty good.
there, my fellow podcastians?
Yeah, but what are we gonna call it though?
What do you mean, what are we going to call it?
What are we going to call it, Zach?
Oh,
like-
we're going to call it here, is what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Damn, we nearly
Oh,
got him. Nearly got him.
Also, Zach's a little weenie baby.
Is
No!
that we forgot to bring that
I
up?
think he just
That was part of the
died.
podcast.
Yeah, this is my podcast. We just had to get that established.
Just had to
What
get that little one.
My fellow podcasters, they tell you nothing but lies. I am not a weenie baby.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, Zach.
Getting
I'm
it.
not a weenie baby.
I'm not a weenie, baby.
Anyway, bye.
Bye, podcast.
Bye, podcast.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a
Yeah.
wonderful day.
We won't be so long for the next upload, I swear.
Promise.
Bye.
We'll keep it up this time. Peace out.